Welcome in. It is the local and community issues and answers right here with Jonathan Lawson. So glad to have in the studio this afternoon Cassie Keck from the Riverside Christian School. Welcome in, Cassie.
Hi, I'm glad to be here.
Tell us about Riverside Christian School.
Sure, absolutely. We are a small school in Breathitt County in Jackson, Kentucky. And this year we have about 40 students. And although we're small, we are mighty. And a lot of our parents would say it's kind of like a family. So.
And this is in Jackson County.
This is in Breathitt County.
Breathitt County. Mm-hmm. Okay. And you have 40 students currently enrolled. Mm-hmm. And what's the process of, like, if a parent wants to get their child enrolled in this Christian school?
Sure. It's K through 12. And currently we have, like I said, 40 students. And if a parent wanted to get their student enrolled, it's a pretty easy process. They call our phone number, which I'm sure we'll give later in the program.
Okay.
And they'll get an application and come in for an interview with myself, another teacher, and our principal. We'll ask several questions, about how that student has done in their previous school experience, where the family stands with some religious issues, and not that we want people necessarily to be a Christian who come there, but just to make sure that people know, we are a Christian school, and those are the values that we're teaching at our school.
And speaking of the values, let's talk about that for a moment. The things that you teach the kids there, of course, morals and values, and tell me how that works.
Part of our mission statement is that every student that comes into our school will be preparing them for Christian life and leadership. Not just a job, not just to go out into the workforce, but that they would be Christian leaders in their community. And in doing that, we have Bible classes, we do chapel, and our goal, our mission, is that every student that leaves Riverside would have a personal knowledge of who Jesus Christ is and would be following him with their life.
Wonderful. Now, how long have you been with the Riverside Christian School?
I've been there 3 years. This is my third year. But Riverside has been in Lost Creek in Breathitt County for over 100 years. It was established in 1905.
For 100 years. Wonderful. And now, for the people that's watching by the way of TV and listening by the way of radio, describe the differences between a public school and a Christian school.
Well, the main difference is that we're able to have Bible class, and that in every single one of my classes, I either start with prayer, end with prayer. We talk about scriptural issues.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And one of the best things that we can do is in the middle of the day, we have a chapel 2 days a week. And that's just a worship service where we have different speakers and music. And the kids get to talk in small groups. And we get to talk about biblical issues all the time, which is so encouraging. And one of the huge differences that a lot of our parents talk about is how small it is. I said it's like a family. And, we do not have class sizes of 30, 40 kids. Our class sizes, an average class size for us is 5 or 6. And so having that one-on-one attention is something that you just can't get in the public school system. It's something very unique to Christian schools and small Christian schools. And it's one of the things that I really love.
What would you say to the parents that are listening right now that's considering to enroll their children into a Christian atmosphere school like that?
I would tell them that it's a great idea for anyone. If you're a Christian parent, then absolutely. I personally graduated from a Christian school, and now I teach at a Christian school, so I've grown up in the Christian school atmosphere. And for me, it's something that I want for my children someday, because we send our kids to church, or we have Bible lessons with them at night, but think about 8 hours of their day is spent at school. For in Kentucky it's over 1,000 hours. And think about what kind of instruction they're getting from what kind of people they're getting at school. And wouldn't you want that from a Christian perspective, especially if you're a Christian parent?
Well, in the times and the days that we're living in, it's dangerous now. And, even in the public schools, kids are being led by other kids, and just violence is happening, and bad things. And this is just such a different atmosphere. You can pray with the kids. They can read their Bible and study about good things. That should encourage people that there is a difference.
Absolutely. And don't necessarily think that, one thing is better than the other.
Right.
Or that, public schools are one way different or better or worse than a Christian school, but I think that for a lot of kids and for a lot of families, this is the way to go, because maybe your child is having trouble, struggling academically, and they need a little more one-on-one
Right.
attention, or maybe you're concerned with the spiritual life of your child.
Exactly.
Having them at a Christian school is such a good idea. Or maybe you just think, I don't want my kid to get run over by this crowd. I want them in a smaller atmosphere. A Christian school is a really good place. And, I think that having the ability as a Christian teacher to be able to build those relationships on a Christian basis with my students is something that I wouldn't trade for anything.